Awesome.
This is what's wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Grove. Hey, I'm up to New Hampshire Audubon. I was here this afternoon for a policy committee meeting, and look what I stumbled upon, opposed to which we're going to talk about. Well, look what's in here. Some magic is happening here with New Hampshire's some monarchs. So tell us your name and a little bit about what you have for a project, and give us some background information.
Absolutely. So my name is Lindsay Herlihy. I am a seasonal program biologist in the conservation department here at New Hampshire Audubon. And one of the projects that I'm overseeing and doing the majority of the field work for is this study of monarch migration, which has been going on with New Hampshire Audubon for the past 4 years.
This is the fourth summer.
Fourth
wow.
summer.
Fourth
Yep.
season. Wow.
And so what we do is every fall during peak migration of these monarchs, which is in mid-September, absolutely, we gather up a crew of volunteers and we net as many monarchs as we can. And those who weigh a minimum of 0.5 gram or greater receive a tiny radiotelemetry tag, which allows us to track their precise location on their way from here in New Hampshire, where they hatched, or even where they hatched further up north and they're just passing through, as far down towards their wintering grounds in the Oyamel forests of Mexico as the tag battery will reach. Now, I'm going to pull one of the monarchs out so that you guys can see the tags. They are very, very tiny. And because of their small size, they have a really restricted battery life. There we go. Come on, bud.
But typically monarchs don't live very long anyways, except for these.
Except for these guys. So this is the radio tag right here. This is the body of the tag, which houses the small chip that's programmed to make the tag work and the battery. And then it has this long wire right here that the radio signal propagates down. And that radio signal is collected by receiving stations that are located throughout North America, and our very own, which you kind of can't see so well from here.
Well,
it's behind
walk over
the
after
tree.
I'll show you the antenna. Yeah, there's some. It's called. What's it called?
It's called the Modus Wildlife Tracking Network. And this is the smallest organism that can currently hold one of these tags that is registered in the system. And so over the past 4 years, and we don't have detection data yet from this year because we're just about to release these tagged monarchs, but from the past 3 years, we've started to learn a great deal about the routes that these monarchs take to get to their wintering grounds in the Oyamel forests of Mexico. So on this map of detection data right here, all of the green lines are data from 2022. Pink lines are from 2023, and the purple lines are from 2024. So we've noticed that monarchs tend to travel one of two routes. They'll either follow the coastline along the Atlantic seaboard, or they'll follow the Appalachian Mountains, which is another big, distinctive geographic landmark for them to follow. And then you'll notice that some of the purple lines from last year's detection data veer much further west beyond the Appalachians. And we hypothesize that that happened because the prevailing winds last fall were predominantly from the east. And so we think that that pushed all of these tiny migrating insects further west than usual.
Because I've been doing an annual survey. I was telling her about our coastal monarchs, and last year I had a 0 count, and so far this year is 0. But we'll see. But that is interesting. So maybe I missed it only because they took a different route last year, which makes me feel a lot better than the 0 that I was seeing.
For sure, for sure. So this year, one of the new things that we're doing for this project, and I'm just going to put this guy back because he's being a bit wiggly, is we've recruited some collaborating biologists further south of us. One is located in Maryland and one in Kentucky. And our hope is that since our detections really only reach that latitude around Virginia and Maryland, because the battery just runs out, it's too small.
Okay.
We're hoping that by leapfrogging our tagging efforts, that we'll be able to get more southerly detection data and get a much more complete picture of where these insects are going along their route to get to their wintering grounds in Mexico. And in addition to that, we can then use that detection data to determine where we can enhance monarch habitat to support them along their migration.
Wow.
And try to help their population.
Okay, Becky, come out.
Recent declines.
Becky's mom over there. She is our poster girl for the day.
Yes, our Vanna White, if you will. So that's in a nutshell.
Okay.
What we are
How
doing.
how many have you captured this year and tagged?
Great question. So this year we have captured and tagged 22 monarchs.
That's a good number.
Far, and we have 3 tags remaining that I'm holding in reserve because we're giving an educational program about this project over the weekend. And our 2 southern collaborators, one in Maryland, one in Kentucky, have 25 tags each.
Ooh, wow, that's a big change.
Yeah, so this year we'll hopefully be deploying a total of 75
Wow,
tagged monarchs.
that's a big number compared to what the years you started out.
Absolutely.
What's the total number you've
Total number, excluding 2025 so far, is 130.
Wow, so
And
this will be a big jump.
A detection rate, or rate of return, if you will, how many monarchs we get detection data from out of the number that we've released, of a little over 50%, which compared to previous studies using adhesive wing tags is much, much higher. Their detection rate is closer to about 5, maybe 10% max.
Do you have a sense of how close to the Modus Tower before they picked up? Of course, as the battery weakens, it'll be closer. So, yeah, it varies.
Yep. So there are different size tags for different size animals, and these are the smallest available from the company at this point. So they need to be very, very close to the tower. We suspect within, I think Carol was saying about 20 meters in order for them to
20
be
meters. Wow, so that's less than a half a football field.
Yep, real close. And so that is likely one of the reasons that we have a 52-ish% detection rate. It is higher for species of birds and bats that can carry larger size tags.
How many Modus Towers have been deployed so far? And it really started right here in New Hampshire, right? Well, it started in Canada, but...
It did, yeah. So that initiative, the whole Modus Wildlife Tracking Network, is a program run by Birds Canada. So they got the whole thing started. I honestly couldn't tell you how many total towers are out right now, except that the number is in the thousands.
Oh, really? Okay.
And a lot of them are concentrated along the Atlantic coast at this point, which means for those of us who are studying migratory animals on the East Coast, we can get some great data resolution.
One last shot of the... And all these white dots...
Those are just major highways.
Okay, all right.
They are not the towers, unfortunately.
All right.
That being said, if you're interested, you can go to modus.org, and all of the detection data for all of these projects, not just our New Hampshire Audubon study, is publicly available.
Nice.
And that includes seeing where each tower is located.
Okay, that's
so
awesome.
It's a phenomenal resource. It's almost a little dangerous to visit the website because it sucks you in so
I bet.
easily. It's absolutely fascinating work.
Great work. Thank you so much. And hey, monarchs, good luck, Becky, behind the, or should I say Vanna, behind the board. We have some monarchs. How many are you releasing today? Are you releasing them right now?
We are going to release them right now. We have 7 here. We released 1 at the Massabesic Audubon Center earlier today. And yesterday we tagged and released a total of 10. Okay.
All right. We'll wait.
All righty.
Some tag. Now, how about the sex of these monarchs?
Once I pull this guy out, I can talk you through that. So monarchs do have some sexual dimorphism, so you can distinguish males from females. So this vein in the monarch's hind wing right here has one little thickened spot.
Oh, yeah.
Indicating that he is male.
Okay.
Females just have uniformly thick and robust black veins in their hind wing.
All right.
And the spot is absent. And so
he's itching to go.
This is number 440, and so we're gonna walk to the other end of the field where my volunteers are awaiting, and we'll be able to release this guy.
All right.
All right, Alan, I'm coming for you. It sure is, and it's been 30 minutes.
Who do we have here?
These are my wonderful volunteers. This is Amira Provost and Alan Ophir. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, that's right.
Outstanding. And Amira is an expert in her own right. She's been applying the paper wing tags to monarchs since the, what did you say, 2020? So it's been a few years for you. And Alan is a student at NHTI who has joined this project as a volunteer, and frankly, you've probably caught at least half of today's monarchs. So
we need the catchers.
Exactly.
He looks like a catcher.
Very important. So what we just did is, as I walked up, Alan confirmed which tag this bug is carrying, and that's just a fail-safe to make sure that we know what to record on our release sheet. And so when I let this insect go, we're going to be tracking its movements visually and with the handheld receiver and record its behavior. So it may descend into the goldenrod field and begin nectaring. It may fly up to roost in a tree nearby, or it may just take off and leave the area.
Head to Mexico.
Potentially for migration. Are we ready to let this guy go?
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Nice breeze.
And I need to get a bearing on him too.
Still visible. Still visible.
It looks like he might be heading for one of the more popular roosting trees. A lot of our monarchs overnight. Yep. And he's heading right into that pine. So there's a particularly tall white pine along the edge of the field.
Yep.
And a lot of the monarchs that we release in the evening tend to roost there overnight. And that's exactly what he just did.
Do they only migrate during the day?
They do, yes. Since they are cold-blooded or ectothermic, they require an external source of heat in order for their metabolism to function. So when it cools down at night, they don't have the energy to...
Do you know what the temperature breakthrough is?
I don't off the top of my head.
The temperature, they can fly, they have a Goldilocks zone, so they can fly 50 to 55 degrees minimum. Kind
of like a bee.
Yeah.
Honeybee.
Up to like 90, 95 degrees, but I think anything hotter than that is
shade.
Much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bearing, by the way, if you're ready for it, is 235 southwest.
235 southwest. Okay. So flew up towards the sun, flew into tall white pine. What's your recording limit?
I have 166.380.
Oh, that is the frequency. That's right. I forgot to tell you what the numbers mean on here. My bad. All right, so we know the tag ID. This right here is the signal strength. So right now you have tag 40, and its signal strength, well, that's still pretty high. Wow, 205.
Is
at gain 44.
Is it beeping now? I can't hear it.
It's, the volume's just turned down. So because all of our tagged monarchs from today are nearby, this receiver will pick all of them up.
Oh, nice.
But the lower we turn down the gain, the more distinct the signal strength will be between the insect we're releasing or have just released versus the ones on the picnic table way on the other end of our lawn here.
Very good. Nice. All right, another successful release, and we're tagging some monarchs today. I'm going to walk over and show the antenna, and I'm going to wrap it up over there. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to walk past the monarchs again. We'll go take a look at the antenna on the roof, the Modus antenna. Wow, this is running late. We're almost 15 minutes into this. Wow. Anyway, you got to see the tower. Here we go. I'm going to get a picture of it right over here. It looks a lot like the old TV antenna tower. Well, you can't really see it good right here. It's up there, but it's against that cupola on the top of that roof. It basically looks like a TV antenna. Right up there. Let's see if I can get it zoomed in here. Well, that's what a Modus tower looks like. It is tracking the monarchs. Ooh, that's not a good thing. They're going to be released right there. We got more to be released, but we're running strong here. Thanks so much, crew. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff. Hey, stumbled into some monarch tagging today at New Hampshire Audubon. The fine people here are keeping track of not just the birds, they're keeping track of our butterflies too. Good job, New Hampshire Audubon. Thanks so much. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff for What's Wild in New Hampshire. Monarch butterfly. Oh, she's got another. There he goes. Look at that. More tagged monarchs. Yeah, we're going to figure these guys out. Thanks a lot.